Good morning. It's 10 o'clock. Reminds me of when I used to watch Captain Kangaroo when I was a little boy. Very little boy. We're back in the late 50s, we're talking about. And he would come in with a big set of keys jangling. Dun 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 dun. Well, I'm not gonna do that. I've been wasting too much time at the beginning of the day. So I'm going to head on into what I'm actually doing. This is Blueboy Brown. I'm David Greg Taylor. And let me see. I've been doing this a little over a month, just about every day of the week. I did take Sunday off because it's Sunday. And those days I have reruns. So I'll probably do the same thing this weekend also. Just have reruns. But reruns are okay, because they enable you to see what I've been up to. I've got a really good one that I really like, where I recolored page 8 and 9, the Battle of Gettysburg. I might do that this weekend. Or anyway, so I got this going on. I'm doing this, finishing this up. This shouldn't take too long, and then I'm going to start tackling this little baby right here, this thing right here. So I got to do a tiny bit of cleaning up for these borders. I don't want line borders. I want just that. So I'll get onto that later today. Okay, so now I was messing around with the colors of the costumes down here. I guess I ought to mess with this guy right now, because well, I don't want him to. This is the guy who's your focal area. So I want to maybe remember. I want to get rid of the yellow. I mean the black in just about any color I do. So I'm gonna mess with this guy right here with this color. I'll see if it works, and maybe it does. Yeah, it's not too bad. Well, it's nice to get lucky early in the day, because I had so many technical problems on Monday. I was running around with a chicken with its head cut off. You know what that's like. Ugh. I've only really experienced that once in my life. We lived on a farm when I was a little boy. At about 4 years old, I watched my dad kill a chicken for Sunday dinner, and it ran around. I know what a chicken run around like its head is cut off looks like. Exactly like it looks like. So up here in the tone area, should I mess around with some of this and turn it into a little lighter color? Because it's a little dark. It's not going to rain or anything like that. So maybe I should give this a little more pizzazz. Let's see. If it doesn't work, I've got multiple undos that'll take care of that. La 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 la. Doesn't look too bad. The sky's a little too drab. Now, I probably need to start draw. Oh, I gotta color these guys back here. So you don't want it to be exactly the same color. So that color right there won't be too bad. Down in the color area, let's see about this. Don't want it to be the color of that guy's skin either, which is kind of drab. I go, there's two people on. Might as well talk about my Kickstarter campaign that I'm thinking about, that I'm starting to plan. Probably about mid-month. And it'll be a very modest Kickstarter campaign whose main goal is to create a limited edition of Blueboy Brown, but I'm only going to do like the first two chapters, though one of my stretch goals will be to add pages. So it's either the first two chapters or the first three chapters. First three chapters is a possibility also. Bring this right over here. And let's make sure there's no black in it. No, we don't like black. Black's okay for some things, like line, but for this thing we're doing, we want to just have black dulls a pure color. Doesn't do anything for it, though. Sometimes you have to use it. Okay. And of course, I missed that. Okay, I got that now. And so maybe we can have a little brighter version of that. Get rid of that. And I can maybe put that right down here, just for the fun of it. Okay. Now, what kind of hats do these guys come on? What kind of color hats do these guys have? Now, we see Charlie Brink here. He's wearing, is that Charlie Brink? I guess it could be. Yeah, it's Charlie Brink. He's wearing green. Can't have anybody else wearing green, so bring it up here. And that's not a bad color for I don't know if that's a good color for a hat. You want to get over in the gray area if you want to do that. And then you want to get rid of the black. Okay. Okay, we'll put this back here. These are the colors that hats would be in the teens. That's not a unusual color for a hat. It's not an unusual color for a hat today either. If you can find somebody who wears a hat, since John Kennedy was president, we gave up hats. Now we just wear baseball caps, though we do have, yeah, I guess baseball caps replace hats. Shades you from the sun, that's a good thing. Let's try that on this guy's hat. Let's see what it looks like. Actually, maybe there. Skin color, I don't know. That's a little bit different. If I do it over a few times, I can apply pressure and get more saturation. Out of that. Then let's give these guys just real dark brown hair. And we can have some black in that, but it's just hair. It's not unusual for a bunch of guys to have the same color hair. I mean, yeah. Okay. The hand needed to be colored in, and we can have a different colored hat band. Yep. Maybe his hat band could be the same color too. Okay. I didn't do anything. Okay. So what do we do with this background? Probably should, well, let's draw it a tiny bit with a much lighter color. Do it on the color layer. That's not a good idea. Just do it on the line layer. Cover it up later if I don't do that. Okay, go here to the line layer. Now do that. I guess I can have my little clouds like so much. Okay, back into the color layer and grab that color there. See what I can get out of it. I'll have to remove some of that tone layer because otherwise it doesn't match the sky below it. Not a big problem. Dee da 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 dee da dee. Okay. I think when I'm finished with this 9-book series, which is going to be a long time from now, I'm probably going to do myself a pure black and white comic, no color. Probably because by that time, I'll be really old. I'm 67 now, and I'm sure to some of you guys that's, were you an old man? Well, after I get finished with this in 10 or a dozen years, I'll be really old. I'll be older than anybody who's running for president right now. And I'll probably not want to do this all the time. I'm real hip to doing my own coloring. I'm just kind of real picky about that. Not as completely, yeah, not as prone to throwing tantrums about it like Mark Rothko or something like that. But I still like the idea of controlling every aspect. If I'm going to be the writer, the artist, the publisher, the letterer, and everything like that, I need to do the colors too. That doesn't look too bad. So I am so happy because I got this whole thing going and I know what I got. I know how cool this is going to be. Now everybody just has to catch up to me. Let me see if I can get rid of that. Okay. Might as well talk about writing as I understand it. Gee, I could be wrong. But as I understand writing and characterization, what you do is you set up an environment in which characters can interact. And they interact in a series of subplots that are subservient to the main plot. And the main plot is what drives the whole dang thing. That main plot is going to that main plot is going to provide the crescendo, as it were. It's going to provide the reason for the whole thing going on, for the whole plot. It has all the main message that you're trying to get across, which is, when you're doing the kind of fiction I'm doing, I'm not doing detective fiction or somewhere somebody is just trying to create a thriller and you're trying to get something across. Even if it's only just that everybody's daily life is pretty much the same. I tell students who that I'm not entertaining them enough. I said, get used to it. Most of life is very unentertaining. Most of your life's going to be boring, boring, boring. And if you don't have an active interior life in which you're actually thinking about life and making some kind of working on what life's about, then you're going to just have a real tough time, because life isn't life isn't like theater where you every act is just this this wonderful thing going on that everybody just loves. Boy, that wasn't wonderful, and everything like that. You talk about it out in the lobby of the theater and like that. No, that's not the way life is. Life is mostly drudgery. But if you have an active interior life, you actually understand life, which comes with age. It's a rare person who understands life in their youth. I speak from experience. Comes with age. Sometimes it never comes. A lot of old people don't know what the heck they're doing. Yeah, if you don't have an active interior life in which you're engaging in all these ideas, not just trying to figure out what you're gonna do on Friday night, your life's gonna be real difficult. Because you have to fill that up with something else. Most people do. Most people fill all their lives up with something else besides what they're actually supposed to be up to. Anyway, thought I'd put that in here so I'd have a few more value steps in that panel. It just didn't have enough. Okay, what do we got here? Oh, use my hand tool. I don't know. Why don't I go down? Yar. Duddy. Okay. I think I might. Well, yeah, up here. Better make that a little smaller brush. I might go into that and do that. I can always draw in that. Here, actually, remember Captain Kangaroo? Captain Kangaroo was Bob Keeshan, and he was it? He was a clown on Howdy Doody. It was his first gig. He's a clown. I don't remember the name of the clown. It may have been Clarabelle the Clown, something like that. Anyway, something to do with the bell. And then he goes and becomes this absolutely wonderful grandfatherly figure that all the kids my age were nuts about Captain Kangaroo. I never talked to anybody about it. My brother and sister and I, we were nuts about Captain Kangaroo. And Mr. Moose and Bunny Rabbit, Mr. Green Jeans, everybody loved Mr. Green Jeans. He was the guy who introduced you to organic gardening. And farm animals and stuff like that. I think at the time we had left the farm, so I was kind of missing out on all that. My fondest memories of living on the farm is my uncle, who is only about 10 or 12 years older than me, coming in one day riding this big black stallion, gorgeous horse that my dad had. He loved riding that horse. They lived on a real hilly piece of property, and we didn't do any real agricultural stuff. We were just raising chickens or something like that. I was only 6 years old. This is like 1959, about the time I started drawing. All that. Okay, what's that look like? Probably needs a little bit deeper, richer color towards the bottom down here. Just give that a little bit of a push forward. Little Hans Hoffman's push and pull and like that. Well, his was not for the purpose. His was the purpose of flattening things out, not for giving a sense of space. And should probably do the same thing over here. Maybe make that a little bit richer over here. Get rid of that and see what I get. Yeah, I think I'll do that right over there. Right next to poor old Clifford, who's breathed his last. Probably wished he'd let Leroy alone. Now Leroy, he's got a rough row to hoe himself. Okay, so I'm gonna, I gotta color this guy. Well, why don't let's give him this color. Nah, it's a little too close to my eye. Move it over here. Okay. Yeah. I want him pushed back. I don't want him messing with the foreground. So I'll just give him some real drab color. Okay. And we got blood. Blood. So I have to get that up here. And right around there. I'm going to do that just for my blood color. Maybe it's not exactly the color blood is, but okay. Okay. Now Blueboy's got himself a huge stain also. So I'll get rid of that border once I get this in. Well, that was, let me see, where am I? I'm in color, so I gotta fix that. Okay. La 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 la. Okay. Okay. Maybe press a little harder on that. Nice thing about the digital tablet is that you can create variations. Okay. Okay. Now, done laying shadows. Who put that up there? Somebody put a thumbs up here. You believe that? Who's my thumbs up guy? Now let's lay in shadows. So I'm going to lay in my shadows are up here. Now I got to find a neutral color that becomes my shadows. So I'm going to bring this up to about 45. Tab. 45. Tab. And this I've got it at 72. So I'm going to put this at 60. And what do we got? We have sort of a warm, but I'd rather it was a cooler color. So why don't we put this at 45? And this cyan we put at 54. A little cooler. Yep. Maybe put this at 59. Yeah, I want a cooler shadow area. So now let's just start out with our new foreman, who's now, I got it in normal. I don't want that. I want it to multiply. Yeah. So I get I kind of like this. It's a real gray, but it's not black and white. It'll enable me to get my shadow areas in, but I don't lose the interaction of color. And I can play around with the lightness and darkness of that. Not a big deal. And I can just be kind of sloppy with that. Okay, this is coming along. Well, this makes up for Monday. Monday was horrible. Monday was making me say, should I go into debt and get myself a better computer? And of course, at the end, I said, you out of your mind? No, going into debt this time in my life is not what I want to do. I'm not doing debt. I'm doing cash on the barrelhead. If I haven't got it, I don't get it. If I don't have the money, I'm not getting it. Ooh, do, 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 do. That's coming along. There you go. Nothing like, oh, get that rid of that. See, black keeps creeping in, but that is 59% cyan, 45% magenta, 45% yellow, and you get this nice gray. It's a real gray, but it's a chromatic gray, and it interacts with color in a way that black can't. See how that bluish gray interacts with this, and it interacts with this, and they maintain their openness. They don't become little dead areas, and you get so much more life out of them. It remains open. I'll bring it down here too. And here's the cool part. Bring it up over Clifford's bod. Bring him into shadow. And he also remains open, doesn't drop out, become a dead area. Clifford's got enough problems in that category, so we don't need color to be another one. Okay. You got to do this enough so it. I forgot to put color in Clifford's boot. I'll do that. La 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 la. Well, that comes off pretty nice, and it's understated. That's the way I kind of like it. Understated. It's not just like in your face kind of thing. Booly booly booly. And keep it kind of washy, as if you were just kind of slapping it on with a brush. I think that helps a lot when you do it like that. Bring this over here like that, hit. And we got Blueboy up here. Don't want to hide too much of his face, just about like that. Then this here. Bring this down like that. Oh, no, 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 no. And just kind of slap that in there. If there's little gaps, that's cool. I can soften up that edge, I think, right there. Okay, I'm going to soften that edge right there. Yep. Then little spots here and there, here and there, here and there, here and there, here and there. Mostly in the foreground, let the background be less contrast so that I'm not using atmospheric perspective, we can always use little thing from this little grab bag. And I can draw a little bit with this shadow stuff. Okay, let me see what I've got here. Oh, I got to do this over here. Kind of get this a little bit of a push forward by giving Blueboy some over here. I have to do boot color. I forgot to put boot color on old Clifford's. Shoot up there, there we go. I might do this. Take that and do a little bit of accentuating here. Accentuate this a bit. So he looks like, his pallor is really gone. Deathly. Yep. Okay. Now we're back to, okay, here. Yeah, that. Back to the shadows, make sure I got what I wanted pretty much where it was. Yeah. Okay. So now we'll go back to laying in shadow. I'm not sure if I should, well, I probably should give a little bit of color to the new foreman's hair and beard. Okay, I lost my cursor there for a second. Okay. Okay. And then don't get rid of all that secondary green. Make sure you have that little step going on there. And then I can poop, 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 poop. That's not too bad. And then we got down here, more of this. And I'll leave the shadows off of these guys in the background. Well, I'm having a good day. Can you imagine that? It's so easy to have a bad day when you're streaming live. Unless you got like state-of-the-art $7,000 IMAX, which you don't have. I looked it up. I priced it. That's a nice little fantasy world. Sort of like when the Christmas catalogs used to come from Sears back when I was a little boy. We say, this is what I want, and this is what I want, and this is what I want, and this is what I want. Good luck, kid. Sometimes you get it. Well, you never get everything you wanted. But sometimes you get it, and sometimes you get them. I do believe I got the Rock'em Sock'em robots. Yep, I got the Rock'em Sock'em robots. That didn't last too long, though. You know, Rock'em Sock'em robots were probably broken before you knew what happened. They weren't that Dutch dadgum fun. It's a shame. My best Christmas gift I ever really, really enjoyed was a microscope set when I was in the 6th grade. And boy, did I love going into the backyard, finding a puddle of water, and looking at the paramecium and the amoebas. It was all over the dadgum place. And all this water was just filthy. Full of all types of junk. I'm amazed I didn't become germaphobe. Didn't hit me too hard. I didn't really think about it too much, you know. Don't drink that water. That's all I had to do. Don't drink the water. And I can knock down this kind of crazy wild-eyed blue here with this and just give this the littlest bit of, yeah. Nothing wrong with true comic book colors occasionally. And that's a true comic book color. They got our friends in the background. I have the most I have the coolest, most touching story lined up for the second book in this first trilogy. I'm really going to enjoy that. It's going to have some real poignant areas to it, but it's going to be good. Yeah, I do say so myself. You're not supposed to blow your own horn, but there's nobody else to blow it. If I don't blow it, who's going to blow my horn? Okay, put a little bit of shadow on this old man's. I got to figure out about a little bit about hair coloring. Not everybody can be an octogenarian. You're cutting down trees, dadgummit, climbing poles and stuff like that. That's a young man's game. You go take a look at photographs and do a little research on lumber workers they're all over the United States, wherever there's lots of trees. And they were doing two things. They're doing it for the demand for lumber because we were building houses everywhere. And paper. Down here in southern Arkansas, it's probably for international paper. That's probably who was the big buyer for all this lumber. Was not so much for building homes, but for there were paper mills. There was one in this is Chittister, and Chittister is right outside of Camden, Arkansas. Camden, Arkansas, up until the 70s or so, had a huge paper mill. Everybody worked at. Well, lots of people worked at. My grandfather worked there for a long time before he became a lawman. And he started out as a deputy sheriff. Then he got elected to become the constable. Okay, I'm kind of liking that. Just dotting things, dotting. See if it works. Let me see how it looks like. That can't be my dog. My dog's at the. Oh, no. We're going to take him to his play date for swimming pool on Friday. Oh well. Yeah. Well, I think that's probably the way it should be. So what should I don't know. This right up here. This right here. Should I keep that? Well, I could play around with it. So like should I have, because this is looking down from an elevation about, let's say you're 10, 12 feet above the ground and you're looking down like this. This isn't. So you're going to catch some sky. So why don't I catch some sky? Okay. So let's go and use that color there. See if I can catch some sky. Okay. So let me see. And now we got to get rid of some of that. Yeah. Okay, now over here. Whoa. Let's do that. Let's not get rid of that. Let's do that. Go down here and use my watercolor brush and just blend those wispy old clouds. And I can play around with the edges of those and make them behave. Okay. And then I'll go into the color area and I'll get myself some whiteness of the clouds. And then I'll and down here I'll soften that up. Huh. Let me see. Maybe a tiny bit more. Yeah, a little more of that. A little more of this, a little more of that. Da 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 da. You have that over there, yeah? Nope. But I had this. Okay. And I can play around with that a little more. Was I? Oh. And then, okay, we got back to our blue. Pardon me. Let's bring it up here and add a little more, maybe a little bit more. Deepen that blue a bit in places. And soften that up because you want to just be lines. And I want to soften you up a bit, soften that up a bit, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so now, huh. Could I do this? Could I soften this up a tiny bit? Wouldn't be bad. Soften this up and make it sort of like blend in with those shadows a bit. Yeah, because I got what's going on over here doesn't exactly agree what's going on over there, which means I'm going to probably have to do a little bit of drawing over here with a smaller brush just to get some agreement. Yeah. What should I do over here? Let's just leave that alone. Yeah. Yeah. I'm getting too picky. Okay. I would say I've done enough damage to this. And go on to the next page. I'm going to hit Control Save. And we'll take a break and be back in a second. So, this is looking acceptable. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So, now we're going to go. Now, I want to. This is going to be the next page I do. But I want this page. Well, like that, let that float. Because I want this page and this page are going to be facing each other. So, don't want the color scheme to jump too much. Yeah, I went into this and played around a bit last couple of days, but let's go right here. What do I got here? I don't have my tone yet. Yeah, I don't have my tone. Now, am I still in gray? I'm still in grayscale. That's why. Okay, so I don't want to flatten it. I don't know what swap is. I'm not that good at this yet. Okay. Now look at my tone on it. So fill that sucker. It's unfortunately it's a normal, but I'll fix that. And there's my tone. Yeah. Just a second. Well, I'm about to do some of my husbandly duties. So I'll fill this thing with tone. I'll be there in a second, baby. Hold on a second. Well, this certainly tells you where you messed up. Look at that. Let me make sure. Let me look at the. This is the right inside page. So here we got the layer. It needs to be a little bit bigger. Or move it over. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't do it right. So I should bring this over like this. Yeah. Yeah. Not sort of. Yeah. It's the template. Let me see if it's. Yeah, I need to bring this up a little tiny bit. What do I need to bring this down a tiny bit? Yep. Now, put the border in there. Yep. Now put the border on. And it looks a little more reasonable. But I still got a little notch there. I don't wonder what the heck happened there. I did something stupid. So what I do is I gotta go up here on my border. I need to select this like that. Probably like that. And delete that. Then it appears that I have to redo some of my do some of that. Bring this over here. I have to fill it with white. Okay. And then take this and move it over. Move on over. Jimmy's taking over. I'm just going to nudge it over here. Yeah, that's where it's supposed to be. Now let's see where the edge of that, that's the edge of that axe. Okay. Now, got a little bit of cleaning up to do here. Oh boy. Why don't I just fill this with white and be done with it? And it appears it did the same thing over here when I moved everything over. And I moved this over too. Here's my borders in my original drawing. We're a little bit crooked. Unusual about that. At least with me. Okay. Now down here in this layer, I need to get rid of this right here. Might as well get rid of that. I didn't want that there. Okay. Ruff, 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 ruff. Ruff, 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 ruff. Get rid of that line. Okay, let me see. This needs a little bit of that. And just a tiny little bit of artifact from that. So I'm gonna have to bring this up like that. Just that little corner. Get rid of that. Except I got rid of too much. Oh. There. And I also still have a little bit of black right there I want to get rid of. I'll get rid of this, get rid of that. These are pencils that are mimicking inks. I'm getting rid of these little stray marks, which are all about, well, pencils always get you these little stray marks. Okay. And I'm going to clean this up a little bit too. Get rid of these smudged areas that are also part of using pencil and being a sloppy guy. Maybe that right there. Get really picky about his shoulder. Okay, what about down here? I got a dirty sky here. It's kind of filthy. I can clean that all up. Uh-oh. Didn't want to do that. Okay, clean this up a little bit. This Blueboy is wearing a white shirt. Okay. Clean this up over here. Oops, I didn't like that. Use up over here, over side the little outcrop there. Okay. What about over here? Yeah, I see it a little bit. I need to clean up right there. I can do that right there. A few little places around here. I could use some cleaning. I'm going to have to go get me a haircut. People walk up to me on the street and try to give me dollar bills. And tells you need a haircut, boy. Okay. I'm burning in some of these blacks. If it's going to be black, you must be black. Make it carbon colored. Okay. Okay, I'll do this up here too. Oh, there. Okay, so maybe. Oh no, I don't need. No. Okay. So it's time to start playing around with the lighter values that I'm going to get out of this. Okay. So where's the sun coming from? Hard to tell. It's always coming. He's coming in your face, bud. I'm gonna put it around here. Everybody's been told to go back to their work, and Blueboy's used to taking orders from older people. So what's he do but go back to work? Okay. Okay. Okay, we're going to want to make this a, well, part of the focal area, so you want it to kind of stand out. Ooh. Huh. Well, that's what it was. Just remember, I thought I had it right here somewhere. Oh, it's underneath there. Okay, let me look at this. That's pretty much the edge of where I. Okay. Maybe I should. These trees in the background probably should have a little light in there. Okay, so down to the bottom, or at least over here. Huh, I just saw something that bothers me. Should be like, yeah, more like, well, maybe it should be more like, and then I could just dodge that a little bit. Um, okay, back to toning. So keep his face in the dark right here. Okay. And then I'll make this just real white. Okay. And over here, bring this all into the light of day. And bring that there. Then this a little bit like this. This. And up here, that arm has to have some illumination on it, plus that shirt, plus da 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 da. Okay. And maybe I'll just illuminate him, let everybody else, everything else go into the shadows. Okay, now I'm ready for color. Okay. So what kind of color was hat was old Blueboy wearing? I remember it was kind of a murky color, sort of like that. See if we can get rid of some of that there. We can give him that color. Having one of those days. Okay. So let's color that. Well, where are we going to do that? Okay. Still need it bigger. Okay, well, not that big. Okay, that big. Oh, boy's got his hat back. Yeah, I've got this on normal and brilliant. Just do the best. Okay. Okay. Well, I got to get his all his wherever his hat is. I got to do that. Brown over here. Okay. He has a different set of his pants are slightly different color than that, so I gotta go get that. Here we go. Okay, let me see. Up here. Oh. Like that, okay. Okay. So, flesh color for the boy. That's good. Uh, Okie doke. So the other arm now, and his face. And down here. Okay, I got that. Let's just put this in here, just for the fun of it. And here we got it covered. Well, I wanted an eraser. Okay. Oh, I got his arm. Got a couple arms there that I missed. Boy. Okay. Yeah, what am I going to do? Well, maybe we should make this a red X. Just so it doesn't get lost. Yeah, make this a red X. If I don't like it, that's what undo is all about. I need more of this axe. Well, right here. And nowhere else. Okay. So it should properly have a gray handle. Like that. Okay. I got a streak right up there like that. And then make that should really be a white handle. No, it should be a beige handle, but it's usually just unstained, maybe shellacked wood. So it's usually right up above there. The shellac makes it kind of yellowish. So I'll just do it right in that area. Doesn't give it much color. Down there too. Here it's kind of doesn't really make a whole lot of difference, does it? Okay. Now, ground color. Well, let's try the lighter version. I can always go back darker. Down here. Mm-hmm. Okay, over here. A lot of sense. I got an idea in my head. Last week, this time, I fell asleep. I was so tired. I got up at 6 a.m., which, I got up at 5 a.m., Ooh, which I'd done for 30 years. But I haven't had to get up at 5 a.m. since March because of the lockdown. So getting up at 5 a.m., by this time, I felt like I was going to die. And I'm feeling that way right now. I'm feeling really crummy. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to resume this tonight. About 7 o'clock, I might start doing this again. And finish this page up tonight. Because I feel really rough and I want to go get a haircut. I'm tired of looking homeless. And nothing against homeless people, but I don't want to look like them. And my wife sure gives me all types of grief when my hair is all scraggly and unkempt and hard to kemp it when it's so many different lengths, I'll give this a few more seconds, and I think that's what I'll do. I've been doing this for 2 hours, and I will finish this up tonight about 7 p.m. Since I just paid for another month of StreamYard, it's not a bad idea. And then maybe I'll do reruns of this during the weekend. Maybe what I do my Sunday reruns on. Well, I'm really looking forward to seeing my barber. I haven't seen him for ages. I needed a haircut in March, right? But by the time the lockdown happened, no wonder I was going to go out and get a haircut. I don't know anybody did. And so I've been itching for a haircut for months with no luck. Okay, so let me save this. Trying to save it. Save. Okay. Oh, but I have to walk the dog at 7. What I'll do is I'll come at about 7:45. 7:45, I'll do this. Maybe 8 o'clock. What's going on here? Why didn't that happen? Huh. Okay, I'll do it again. Okay, save. So we're done. Okay, I'll finish this up tonight. Because I'm feeling real rough. So I'm gonna go take a little nap. And then I'll come back about 8 o'clock. Probably 8 o'clock. Because I gotta walk the dog, then so I'll do that. I'll come back at 8 o'clock tonight and finish this up. So come back at 8 o'clock and see me do my thing. So I'm signing out for 8 hours. Then I'll come back and I'll finish up my page 69 and I'll show you what I'm going to be doing for page 70. It starts getting really nice. I'm really happy with some of the pages that are coming up. Some of the writing too, because it's I have a theme going on in the story that I use here. So I will be back at 8 o'clock. So you guys take care of yourself and watch out for this and that.